Okay, what do we do with a rainy afternoon? Well, we talk about shamanic puppet heads. Last week, we left off with this one, the one with colored paper from the Terra poster, being completed only to the edge of the face. So now we've added swirling flames and kind of horns, you know. And from that light, I think you can see, as well as you ever will with my little tiny pinhole camera, the pieces of turquoise, Tibetan turquoise beads for the eyes. So, but this one got very heavily influenced by Tara because although it really can't show up, I don't think, there down on the chin is her hand opening out. Come on, tilt, right there it is, see? And it's also a smaller one on the other chin, and underneath the one eye is one of her feet. So then her face was fit on here by placing inside there. That's the hanging strap there, so this will hang on a wall. These are called shamanic puppet heads in general. Like there'll be a head and your finger can fit in it, and now it's up to you. Okay, put a handkerchief there, or go ahead and make a little costume with little legs and so on, you know. But there's the part that I'm contributing, the head. And so these ones are shamanic puppet head masks, you see. So this is what the shamanic puppets wear when they don't want anyone to recognize them. Okay. So when this one I made a little more elaborate by adding a stick to it, punch a hole through the bottom and make a little socket up at the top. And then it turned out that, like, the idea is of a kind of medieval gesture stick, you know, but then that was the problem. It swivels around. So then we need to add a tongue, and for that I happen to have this kind of lucky charm, which I got in Beijing in 2004. And it's very interesting because it has a Tibetan infinite knot on it. Pull it back to about here and pass all those things through together. And what I'm doing is trying to make something that will stabilize it so it doesn't swivel around like that so much on the stick. And come on, let's just pull that tongue out a bit. There you go. Okay. So now it's, that holds it in place and gives it more presence, you know. Let's see if I can fit that in this. Probably just bang the microphone. Yeah, there you go. That's great. So that gives you, see, that's the tongue. And the other one was, that's the one that I was just masking or wet taping on the back of this head. Added some more color and added some more pronounced wrinkles. Those eyes are marbles. And then he's got quite a profile, which is to me a kind of headdress or something like that, you know. And finally the unknowable face, which is, in this case, it's a piece of goat. It is a goat horn, those short kind of domestic goats that people keep, you know. So that's one goat horn. And then these happen to be a couple of enormous beads made of camel bone that have been incised. That's from Rajasthan. So I was just getting this whoo kind of feeling. So that's very mysterious side and pretty damn weird, I must say. And of course then the piece got so big that it needed quite a platform to be able to stand. But it still has a finger hold. It's still hollow. And oh yeah, because it's to emphasize the magic being, it happens to have a magic bird on its head, which is a replica of the same type of little flute that were found in Aztec caves, and I think down as far as Peru. So that's the spirit calling. So those are the two that I made in this little series for you. And then, of course, you can use the same thing, like just use the mask part and then make a little body for it, you know. In this case, the body was a piece of jawbone from a seal that I found on the beach. And then the feet with pieces of wire so that you got some bendability to them. And there's a piece of real crystal, polished cabochon, and another one in his mouth so that it channels along this. And that paper was nothing fancy. I think it was my usual paper is torn Safeway bag, brown paper, nice thick bags, you know. And then this one was covered. Well, it's got shells for eyes. That's why they're kind of weird looking. And the paper was some kind of tissue paper, like you might get in, I don't know, a special box or something from your sweetheart. And oh yeah, so here's another one with that gesture stick idea. This one, a better idea on the just putting more holes, or I mean brackets, seemed to help keep it in one place. And adding the bells emphasized that gesture stick feeling. This one has a much thicker stick than that one. Actually, it feels nice, that size stick. Oh, and then in the dollar store, I was okay, here's these little, what do you call them? You know, those red lights that you're not supposed to shine at pilot size. They really show great with the fact that there's marbles in there for eyes. So, light up, honey. And then, or placing them inside. This type of one where you have lots of space opening, you know, you can still add. I even left a little pocket there. Like, here's another one of these little dollar store lights. Oh, it doesn't want to work now. Come on, you rat. Okay, yeah, that's the trouble with those lights, all right. Here's one off a bicycle helmet. In that case, you can just turn it on and leave it inside, you know, when you want to have your creature energized for a certain special occasion. And then it's just the sky the limit. This is a very nice scale to work on because you can just put it away in a corner and forget about it. But going bigger allows you, of course, certain extravagances. Like this one for me was an ecstasy of eye wrinkles, because that is a figure 8 made of split bamboo. But everything from there, from inside, is just paper. And same with the nose; it's completely free. It's just paper holding it up. This one was found in a tomb near Teotihuacan in the 3rd layer. It was used during the 9th century, and as people waited in their little stone room, waited with the fire outside and the sound of the shrieks, they waited until they could put their mask on and go out there. And while they were waiting, they doodled inside, and so that's why this one has cosmic graffiti all over it. And so that's the story of this mask. That one is just entirely torn Safeway bags. Really a lovely paper to work with, and leaves you a very nice surface to write onto, and great shades of brown. And then if you go bigger, whoops, if you go bigger, you knock your glasses off the microphone. Let me use my digital scale thermometer here. This one is like for a parade, you could say. It has a handle in the back. And here, just plug your ears. I'm going to move this chair. There you go. And it's got some accoutrements added on that'll fall out, but you could dance with it. You can tip it upside down, and it has a nice presence, I think. That one's called Hiawatha, which is meant to be a respectful tribute to, let's say, the essence of Indian shamanism. And bigger just depends on the size of your doorway for the room that you want to get it out, you know, because so this is wearable. Down here's the collar. If I try to put it on, I'll take out all the ceiling lights, I think. And that hanging down there is the book that was wrote to go with it. And you know, that's a kind of truly extravagant piece to work on, because it takes months and it's just paper. Well, I suppose these up flames are cardboard and then covered. In that case, I used National Geographic glossy paper. So that's that whole world of paper. And the great thing about it is, look, you're making the face of God. That's what you're doing. Because here's this thing, you don't know what it is, it'll tell you what it is. And you're using things that are free. Paper. Paste. Okay. Beanie agrees. Thanks for watching.